Recently, I have taken some time for myself to really be in the beauty of this earth and listen to what she's asking next of me. And I want to share these moments with you that fill my heart with joy, because not that it was always easy, but I feel like I learned so much. And it's really guiding me into this next chapter of my life and into what I feel like I'm creating next.
I'm currently in my eyes, one of the most beautiful and peaceful places on earth, that I had so many good memories here and have just fallen in love with it and always dreamed of being here. And as I'm sitting here on an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, where the birds are singing and the air is humid and the ocean is crystal clear, every day I'm realizing more and more that it's not about the place. And for so long in my life, I had kind of made being here this big goal. When I accomplished my dreams in life and I was able to spend more time here, everything would be perfect, and I would get here and I would just know that I made it, and life would feel so easy and so full. And I'm here now on this very, very special island that I love so much. And I've been mostly alone since I've been here. It's a solo trip, and it's taken me the past week to really realize that it's not about the place. It's not about how beautiful where you live is. It's not about how incredible the sunsets are always. That stuff is really important, but what is also of equal importance is the people that I spend time with. It's the things that fill my life with purpose, the warmth, it's the community. It's what the moment calls for. And I think for so long I had thought that this place, when I get here, and I think we all have that mental place in our mind, maybe it's not a physical location, but it's a job that we really want. It's a certain amount of money, it's the house, it's the partner, that we think that when we get to that moment, it's gonna be just so easy, everything's gonna feel so good. And it's really beautiful to have those goals and want to walk towards them. It's so freeing to realize that I can be on this incredible, incredible island and still feel not fully free. And that to me is so freeing, actually. And I'm really grateful to experience this, because in my mind, the life that I live is no longer inadequate to the one that I want, because I know that when you arrive at the place that you want, it doesn't even matter. It's about the person that you are. It's about the inner peace and stillness that you cultivate. It's about the warmth and the connections that you have in your life. It's about the purposeful things that you do that fill your heart with love. It's not just about one thing, and it's not just about getting to a destination.
Even though it's not about the destination and true happiness is found within, I do have to say that this place, at least to me, is pure heaven on earth, and I've come here so much now, and every single time I'm just so in awe of how beautiful this earth really is. And so these are some of the moments that I spent on the island by myself, taking it in.
Hi. Honestly, like, coming here, I really wanted to have some time to reclaim the part of myself that I felt a little disconnected to, which was the part of me that just loves to like explore and do things and not really think about what I have to output into the world, but more just thinking about having fun. And it's been a process of unwinding that. I'm definitely not done unwinding that. such a break from a lot of things being out here, and it's been really fruitful, but I very much feel like I'm still in the middle of it and still in the process of allowing myself to not feel guilty for not creating or not outputting anything into the world. Yeah, anyways, I don't really want to talk too much because I'm still deep in the process, but I'm here. I'm here to listen. I'm here to open. I'm here to trust myself and here to trust the universe and the island and to see what the heck happens. And there are parts of myself that I'm learning to untense and unwind and trust into deeper, but I'm very much in the process of that and learning, and I sometimes feel like I'll never be out of the process of that, but here's to a day that I know what the heck is going on. If I'm not listening to the pace of the island and listening to the way that life wants me to live here, then I'm just coming and existing the same exact way that I do in Los Angeles, which is not the way that feels healthy for me. And so when I come here, I'm learning not to just want to create a ton and do this and do that and run around all day. It's important to lay down and lay on the beach, and that's really like one of the most special parts about this island, I feel, is that it's not just about the beauty of it, it's about the fact that it asks for a deeper listening, for a deeper stillness, and for a pace that is much slower than Los Angeles, where I currently live. And so in this moment I'm realizing how much I need to listen to the pace, because I'm here for that. I'm not here for forcing anything. I have felt like this has lasted so long since I've been here. It's felt so timeless. I'm in the process of softening. When you go to a place, it just becomes your life. And it's almost like you never lived a different way, even if it's only been 2 or 3 days. Just been kind of opening to whatever the possibilities are of what I'm here for. And I think the reason why I feel so called to being here is partially because it's a place that requires listening and opening and releasing of this tension rather than my default, which has been just working hard and creating. And so this is kind of the opposite of what I've been used to. And it's exactly what I've needed. I'm just in the process of softening and of listening to what this island is asking of me instead of trying to force what I want out of it, because that's not how it works. It's not how it works in general in life, but especially in a place like this. It's all about listening. And so I'm trying to do that. I've had moments where I've been in my head a lot or thinking I should be meeting more people or I should be doing this, but it's over and over again I've been feeling like it's a time to listen rather than to do anything, because so often I feel like I validate my experience and my existence by the amount of work that I do. And I just don't want to do that anymore. And so I'm in the process of releasing that and just being here. And it feels really good. And yeah, so I'm going to go to sleep now. Good night.
The sunrises here have been so beautiful, and morning avocados have been treating me so well. There's nothing like eating food that you know is grown just like right by you. It's something that I miss living in the city. Today I'm actually driving to a part of the island that I haven't spent that much time at, but that I've always wanted to. Greeted by the most beautiful weather, so grateful, and I'm gonna go hike and see the Nepali coast, which I have literally always wanted to see, and just stepping into this place feels so special. and looking out at the ocean. It's so cool. I just feel like when you're on an island, it seems like it's gonna go forever. It always makes me dream. And it always makes me remember how special this earth is too. I think it's important when you're in a place that you love or on vacation or anything to just recognize that you are still on the same earth as when you are home. And the beauty is all the same. It's the same planet. So just taking in the true beauty and diversity of this earth. And there it is. The coast I have dreamed of seeing. And what better time than now to eat an avocado and enjoy the view. Also, avocados in tropical places are so good that you can literally just like eat them like any other fruit. They are just so good.
Well, I've walked 1 mile.
Something about the blueness of the ocean makes me feel so home. Just feeling so much gratitude for this earth and this land for embracing me. So grateful. Wow. I also met up with a friend here too, and we just connected and played some music and just laid on the beach and went swimming. Which was honestly really nice because I'd been alone for so long. So just to make a friend felt really good. There's something about my nervous system that just feels like it can rest here, and I'm so grateful for that. Like, life is so timeless. It makes me feel like the way that I want to feel all the time, which is why I come here, to remember that feeling, and to remember that it's possible anywhere in the world, no matter what baggage you may feel or tough circumstances. This feeling of like softening into the earth and playing in the ocean, laying in the sand, it's not something that I want to be exclusive to the experience of being on an island. And so I come here to remember, and then I take those lessons home with me. I think this might be the best fruit I've ever had in my whole life. I don't know what it's called, but it's a fruit that tastes and has the same texture of chocolate pudding. And I was expecting it to be similar, but not that similar, but it is ridiculously good. Oh my goodness. Look at this. It looks really gross on camera, but look. It's literally chocolate pudding and fruit. What? Wow. On my last full day of being on this magical island, the only thing in the world that I wanted to do was lay on the sand and jump in the ocean. And giving myself permission to just do this and have a day of fully feeling in the absolute beauty of this place reminded me that that's exactly the magic of it for me, is the feeling of being able to just absolutely soften into the moment, soften into the earth, and feel the full funness and beauty of being alive, the absolute wonder of it. And I just was overpouring this day with gratitude because I finally felt like I softened into the island in the way that it was fully asking me to. And it allowed me to listen deeper to what I needed. And so here's me doing what I do, which is jamming in my car to reggae music when I'm in Hawaii. It is like always the vibe. You turn on the radio and it's reggae. And there's nothing like jamming to music in your car. So I would like to show this because it's literally like the most accurate representation of me having a good time is me jamming in my car. I am getting all sunned out on my last day and just really taking it in. Today has just been so chill, just laying at the beach, watching the waves and the turtles for hours, and just learning the lesson of what pace the island wants me to be at. And I appreciate that pace. I love it. And I'm just soaking it in. I'm about to go jump in the ocean one more time, then shower and eat a really good avocado. And then I took my last final jump into the ocean for this trip, and wow, Just let the wonderful waters of this earth wash over my body and remind me of all of the things in life that I love so much and that make waking up in the morning and looking forward to another beautiful day absolutely worth every moment of it. When we allow ourselves to open our eyes and our senses to it, the earth is always cradling us. And every moment on this earth is like a gentle embrace. And so, yeah. Wow. Take some time sometimes to soften into what the earth and this world is asking of us. But when we do, and when we give ourselves permission to listen, we realize that it was right there all along.
I just did potentially my last jump in the ocean, and it felt amazing. Cue the music! She's Royal is the song. That's literally the ocean. It felt so good, and it just reminded me of especially the way Hawaii feels in the summer, the warm water on your body. It really just reminded me on a really deep level of what I love about Hawaii, which is the relaxation of it and the way the earth just feels like it's hugging you, and it calls for a deeper level of listening and feeling. And every time I come here, it takes me a little bit to get in the rhythm of doing that. And when I do, I'm just like, how could I live any other way other than just being in the beauty of life and feeling every moment of it? And so it just felt so good to be in the crystal clear, warm-ish. It's winter water, so it's not that warm, but beautiful, beautiful water. And I'm gonna go take a very, very needed shower now.
And for my final moments on this island, I decided to go on a walk in one of my favorite places to walk here. And just pay attention to the sights and the sounds around me. When we give ourselves time to truly feel in the magic of the place that we're in.
I just want to smell it one more time. It smells so good.
To smell the flowers, to listen to the birds. We realized that the beauty in life was there all along, just waiting for us to pay attention. And all of a sudden the tenseness winds away, and we are just left feeling absolutely hugged and loved by this earth. And we no longer feel like we're alone.
Soaking it in, excited to go back to LA to anchor in some friendships and spend time with the people that I love and create, and continue figuring out what fills me up, because I learned a lot about that on this trip, and I'm going back pretty motivated to enjoy existing and spend time with people that I love and just soak in the beauty of the moments. And it smells amazing here. Holy cow.
I encourage you, just take some time to recognize the gratitude in your own life, and also recognize where you can begin to deepen your connections with the people in your life, or to build new connections where you can have a little bit more fun. Go swimming in a creek or in the ocean, watch an extra sunset, fill your life with a little bit more purpose, and recognize that you don't need to go anywhere or achieve anything to be and feel the way that you want to feel. It's all available right now. And I have said that so many times, but I think I feel that at the deepest level that I ever have in this moment, because I am exactly where I've always wanted to be. And I have found that what I wanted wasn't this. It was the inner riches that I thought would come with it. This is like a really monumental discovery for me. Like, I've told people for so long that I'm gonna move to Hawaii or move here part-time, and it's always been the biggest goal and the biggest dream, and I attached so much expectation to that, and just to be able to release that expectation feels like such a weight off my shoulders. And I feel like now I can
actually live with a deeper layer of happiness that I didn't even know was possible.
And it's time to say goodbye for now. I'll be back in like a month. Nonetheless, every time I leave, I just am in awe of the fact that time here feels so much longer and life feels so timeless. And yet that's also because it's something new. And it reminds me that life is meant to be an adventure with new chapters, new places, new moments, new friends. It's meant to be an ever-changing experience. And those moments in life where we give ourselves something new remind us of the absolute adventure that can be found in the moment. And so I go home with all of the lessons that I learned and so grateful for all of it. So excited to come back, but really so ready to return to my home and continue to cultivate a life that feels as good as when I'm on vacation. An internal experience of inner peace, calmness, adventure, fun, laughter, and timelessness. And so that's really the key of travel for me, is to remember that I'd like to always bring these feelings back home with me, but allow myself to really bask in the beauty of being a walking tropical island, even in a city like Los Angeles.